Hello friends, welcome to my place. My name is Dave. Good to have you here. This house is such a great house that it's so sad that it probably going to be discontinued or already have. I basically have everything in this bottle shape from this house of Roberto Cavalli. This is Deep Desire. I just did a review on La Notte. And I also have, like I said, the other ones in the lineup, Uomo and also Silver Essence. For the life of me, I cannot locate the Silver Essence. I'll keep trying so I could do a quick review on it. Basically, I think they are discontinuing this lineup, which is very disappointing, a shame, and sad because it's such a great lineup. I mean, the pricing, considering the price, you're talking about at times you could pick this up between $30 to $40. This is a steal, absolutely a steal, considering the quality that we're talking about. This is as good as any of those fragrances upwards of $60 or $70, absolutely. And it's by a very good nose, very prominent nose, Christopher Renaud. So we're not talking about a cheapie that no one knows or from a throwaway. Absolutely not. This is such a great house from this Italian designer house. So with that said, I'm just going to quickly do this review. So if you're interested, try to locate some before you get axed and discontinue and gone forever. Or maybe one day, some company will buy it up and re-release it. But who knows? It's hard to tell. Now, you've probably seen this bottle already. It's pretty much the same in every single one on this line. Just a difference of name and coloration. I like the side. There's like the alligator skin. Okay, it's protruding, sticking out. Atomizer works great. Now, before starting about the note, it refers to as a little bit similar to this guy, Spice Bomb from Victor and Rolf. Spice Bomb Extreme, actually. I think it is a little bit in that direction, but I would not say they're too close, maybe 60-50%, but they'll give you an idea what this one smells like. It is a deeper, darker, spicier scent. Yes, about the similar. I sprayed this on a little bit earlier, a few minutes ago before I started the video, but I do think it is closer to this guy. This is Imperial Armani Stronger With You Intensely version, okay? This is why I personally think it's closer to. All right, there you go. But today, the star is this guy, Roberto Cavalli Deep Desire, 3.4 ounce. Now, I sprayed it before the review. On the top right away, we're going to get that pepper, okay? The spicy pepper with a mix of orange note. Yeah, it is quite an interesting start. We're talking about a citrus with a pepper. Okay, if you ever try to eat that, it's going to be a weird mix, but it does not come off in a negative way. Right away, you're going to pick up the cinnamon from the middle part. Cinnamon, tuberose, a little bit of that, and the saffron. If you ever smell saffron, you know that it's going to be a very, very distinct type of floral note. It's hard to miss that. Saffron is very, very strong in its characteristics, and cinnamon as well. That sweetness, the spicy cinnamon, is really, really nice. And in the end, you're going to have the cedar and cashmere wood. Basically, cashmere wood smells like your cashmere wool plus a little bit of woodsiness. So that's what you're getting. But what I'm getting the most prominent will be, imagine you getting some cinnamon with a background of some woods and saffron, okay? And some cashmere. That's what I'm picking up the most. With tuberose and black pepper in the back with the orange note, that's gonna still there. I can still smell it. Usually it just sticks around, even though it's a little bit minimum, okay? Now I also spray Stronger With You Intensely on the other arm just to do a side-by-side, see how close they are. And I would say they're about 75% close, okay? Not an exact clone, so don't think of it that way, but it's absolutely in the same family. So if you can imagine this, the Stronger With You Intensely, just a little bit of variation, and you could get that Roberto Cavalli. Okay, I would not say that is super unique. I would not say that they're far apart, but yeah, in the same genre. Okay, but I would not say again that they're copying each other. No, not at all. Now, with that said, the longevity is always good in this lineup. Actually, it's very good in this whole series. Everyone that I tried, it does not disappoint. I'm getting more than half a day, so we're talking about 5 or 6 hours, no problem. And it stays very, very pleasant the whole way. There's not an offensive note in the whole thing, in the whole composition, for sure. Again, I'm very sad because I could put this lineup in this series against any designer's collection in this series, okay? But I do need to say that as opposed to earlier, I did a review on the Paco Rabanne 1 million lineup where they have the Lucky, the Privé, the Cologne version, and the Parfum version. That one, I think, even though it keeps the same DNA, the original 1 million DNA, but I think they're more different to each other because you will cover a variety of areas. Example, you cover some darker notes, and some is a little bit more sweet bubblegum, and some is a little bit fresher with the cardamom, and then nutmeg, and then some is, we're talking about tuberose, and some we're talking about a little bit of leather, okay, and fresher C note. So it's basically covering every season or every type of temperature. Now, coming back to this Cavalli line, I do feel that the 4 of them that I have from this lineup, there's only 4 in this series, I believe. Yeah, I think so. At least the last time that I checked. All 4 are in the same direction. They're the darker, deeper, for the more of a colder weather, all 4 of them. So that's the only downside. But you do get variation of the DNA. Okay, they're not exactly the same. They use different dominant notes. Like this one is a cinnamon, while the other one is I already reviewed this one. La Note is going to be on the leather notes. Okay, so with that said, they're going to go different, same direction but different notes. So you could tell they're from the same house with the same DNA, but maybe just different rooms. Okay, that's a way that I sometimes describe it. Same under the same roof, but in different rooms. While as opposed to Paco Rabanne, I mean, they could be different houses. Okay, in the same neighborhood with the same DNA, but they're different houses that's covering different locations. All right. So with that said, coming back to the smell. Yeah, the cinnamon is dying down just a bit while the woodsy note is coming out a little bit more with the cashmere wood and the saffron is coming stronger. The tuberose and the orange and pepper still there. I could tell they're in the background. So all those notes are sticking around. So if you ask me, since all 4 of them are pretty much the same, same direction, okay, it might be redundant if you pick up all 4 like I did. But I'm a little bit different. I'm a collector, so that's a little bit different, and I like to try different things. So all 4 of them I could use for the same scenario, same place, or same, and any time you use one, you could use the other as a replacement. Okay, now this is going to be, like I said, for the colder weather, and it's going to be, I think, at least 18 and up. Okay, this is a little bit more complex than your typical sweet scent or darker scent. So I don't know if teenagers were running around in school, I don't know if they'd be able to understand it or appreciate it. I think that's a better word to use. So maybe at least 18 and up. It's just that it's a little bit more complex than your typical sweet scent. But then again, even though it's a little bit closely resembling the Strong With You Intensely, I do think Intensely just a tad bit more easier to, a little bit more versatile, because smelling intensely, it seems to be very prominent with 1 or 2 notes, while this Cavalli Deep Desire, I can smell more deepness, a little bit deeper, okay, a little bit more complex. So playing with words. But then it's still easy though. This, I'm not trying to say it's hard. There's nothing hard about this one to wear. Okay, just as comparing to Stronger With You. So with that said, you could say this is more complex versus the Stronger With You Intensely. Okay, so as far as male or female, This one definitely leans more masculine. Okay. I'm thinking if women or ladies can pull this off. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I should say, feminine. Yeah, it does lean more masculine. Okay, with that said, now price per the value is absolutely through the roof for this whole lineup. Okay. Now, if I have to say choosing out of the four, since they're similar, which one would I choose? Yeah, my favorite would be La Note is number one. Okay, only because I really enjoy the notes of leather. Okay, now if they have a fragrance that is tobacco based, I'll pick that. It's not because it's bad or anything. It's just because I enjoy the notes of leather more than cinnamon. Okay, that's the only reason. Because you could smell all four are good quality for sure. And you will not smell cheap. You will not smell it's out of place, harsh, anything like that. This is just an absolutely great middle of the road. No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say middle tier fragrance. You're talking about, like I said, $50, $60, $70 is comparable to any of those fragrances. Like I said, comparable to this one. Okay, intensely. Now, let's see what else. So it's not super unique. There's a lot of fragrances with cinnamon, and there's pretty similar to the Stronger With You, so it's not super unique. And versatility is usually for the cold weather. Okay, so with that said, the longevity is good, like I said. So if you're interested in about what I just mentioned, I hope that is helpful and be able to, let you decide whether to go grab it up before it's gone. Okay, probably with this house, since it's not super well prominent fragrance house, I doubt they'll be able to come back, once they're gone forever. So I'm pretty psyched and happy to have the four in the collection. No way do I regret having all four, even though they're in the same direction. I enjoy the little nuance, the little difference in the nuance, and absolutely appreciate it. All right then. Without further ado, if you enjoyed this, go grab it up quickly. I hope that is helpful. My name is Dave. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.